Hi, I'm Ricky, this is Shani, and we are
Black on the Road.
What is Black on the Road?
I don't know. Tell us what Black on the Road is.
All right, Black on the Road is a lifestyle blog. We're documenting our process moving from what's considered to be the American dream and moving into RV lifestyle. So we downgraded from 4,500 square feet, and now we're moving into a 40-foot container pretty much on wheels. It's a nice RV, but
it's a bit feel, yeah.
Just to give you some context.
And so we figured for our first vlog, we wanted to do an introduction on why we decided to sell our house and move into full-time RV living. So for me, one of the things that I realized was that we was always chasing bigger and better and more, which was good because it was like we was very ambitious, but at the same time, it started to lose its zeal. And so we have owned 3 houses in the past, and I think with each house we bought maybe another 2,000 square foot. So it was always keeping up with the Joneses, and it became tiring. Yeah. I would say it's a lot of work. Like coming from the Caribbean, like your family is always pushing you to do better. You got to achieve this. You have to have this. And so I think my need for bigger and better and always wanting more was coming from someone else's ideal of what like my life should look like. And I think I just realized that recently, maybe about within the last year, that like this isn't making me happy. I'm making other people happy, and I didn't want to do that anymore. I wanted to live for us, and I wanted to focus more inwards on our experiences, on our family, on our kids, and be in closer quarters.
Yeah. So we were missing out on a lot of experiences, I think.
Yeah.
And so it was so overwhelming at given points because working in the space that we do, you have a lot of like burnout, stuff like that. So it just became too much, and we realized like we weren't really having the experiences that we wanted to share with our kids, and ultimately in the future be like, okay, well we did that thing.
Yeah. And I think it was becoming more so apparent because our 2 older girls, who y'all will see from time to time, was moving out to college and moving out to school, and we looked back and we had like little snippets of memories, but there wasn't that like day-to-day building memories with them. What we realized was once we got into bigger houses, people started to like move into their own spaces, and so we weren't engaging enough or as much. We wasn't in community with each other as much. They would be upstairs, I'd be in the office, like Ricky would be like upstairs in the studio. Like we would just be in separate spaces, and we weren't being intentional about spending collective time with each other.
Yeah. So for sure, it is a move and a transition for us to address several different problems that we've come across and identified. We sat and we thought about it for a good while, right?
Yeah.
And decided that we have to make changes as far as these things are concerned. And so here we are making the changes and moving life along.
And it wasn't easy. I think the conversation with the kids where we had split. Like some people were like, "Oh, that sounds exciting," others were like, "No, not doing it." So that was challenging. And the other thing was just like money, right? We was moving up in our careers. We was making more money, but we was also spending more money. And so because we had this like, we were in this like new tax bracket, we was spending more. We wasn't taking time to like really save and think about generational wealth. And that's something that we're hoping as we sold our house and moving into this new type of lifestyle, we'll put more intention into.
Right. The American dream is sort of a facade, and we came to realize that. And so we wanted to make changes that would be long-term and buy less stuff, and started to prioritize investing and leaving a legacy for our kids. So that's one of the things that was a major concern as far as this transition. And some people might ask, like, why RV of all things? Why not just downsize?
Yeah, why not just get a smaller house?
Right.
I mean, for us, it was like also thinking about the experiences piece, right? Like if it was in a smaller house, what we realized is that like for me anyways, I'm an extroverted introvert. So if I don't have to leave the house, I'm not leaving the house. And so I think putting us out there in different landscapes, in different spaces where there's different opportunities to make memories more readily available, I feel like that's what I'm looking forward to, especially with our littles, right? With the baby on the way, we have a 4-year-old and we have a 12-year-old. We want to be able to take them out and like be a part of nature and like see different things. There's so much in this country to experience, and I think we haven't not even maybe 5% of it we haven't experienced yet. So looking forward to doing that.
I mean, we've done a good job up and down the East Coast.
Yeah, I'd say. And we've done, maybe one vacation a year or something like that. We get away when we can, but haven't really spent the time or took the time to spend like creating those types of experiences and so that our kids can be more enriched for it.
Right.
Which is one of the things that I'm really looking forward to. And then another thing that I'm really looking forward to is just being in closer quarters, being able to kind of like, talk, have more conversations, deeper conversations with the kids, with my spouse, as we are not as separated and siloed in like these bigger spaces.
Right. It's definitely a sensual thing also, as far as identifying what our needs are and what our kids or our family as a whole, what our needs are. And for a long time, even when we first moved into the house, it was nice, and we really enjoyed the space. We enjoyed, getting to meet the neighbors, stuff like that. But then after a while, we started to lose contact because it's so much space, right? And the kids could easily walk through the door, go upstairs to their room, close the door, and you would think that, a hi mom and a hi dad would suffice to say they're okay.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times they were going through stuff that we weren't
tapped into.
Yeah. But now we're able to see everybody and know when things are going wrong and address the issue immediately. And I just think that this experience will bring us together and allow us to improve and continue to improve.
Expenses, like looking forward to having less expenses,
Right.
keeping our
Our overhead down,
our overhead down is something that we're absolutely looking forward to. And then I think just the adventure piece is just really exciting. It's just like being on the road, checking out new spaces, maybe meeting new people, really looking forward to that. And I think we're just like, to be honest, like we're trying to find what makes us happy, and we don't think we'll be able to do that like sitting still in this one like space, right? And so we're on the quest for it, and we don't know where we're going to find it. We're not sure exactly what it looks like yet, but
we're not even sure that RV is the right thing.
I know,
We've never really done it, and so this is an opportunity for us to do it and share our experiences with other people that might be interested with you. And so hopefully this will be educational, to say the least, because so far we've been good. We've studied ahead of time,
a lot of research.
And made a lot of good decisions that we feel like allowed us to be in this position now to be able to talk to you. But one of the things that I would say I'm most proud of is recognizing the downturn of the market and being able to get out in time. Matter of fact, our house sold literally as it went up on the market.
Like it was on coming soon. No one ever walked it. We've got several offers on it before. It was even, we had our first day on the market. So it was just we knew that the market was really hot. It was this might be the opportune time for us to jump in there, sell the house, get it at a good price, walk away with some equity that we can, invest, hold back some for when hopefully the market goes down again and we're ready to buy again if we decide to do that, and be able to live on the road comfortably without having a bunch of monthly payments, which is what we had when we was
right. No, the opportunity to be able to see that, I think, and take the steps, because that's important. There's a lot of people, I feel, they recognize that it's going sideways,
but they're scared or worried, or just maybe let's wait a few more months and see what happens, that type of thing. So I think that was a sign for us that we were moving in the right direction, because we did have hesitation. It was are we doing the right thing? The kids are not on 100% on board. Is this the right thing for our family? But I think just trusting our instincts and trusting the vision that we have for what we want our family structure to look like in the future was just I think, the right move so far. Yeah.
So not just being able to see change, but to embrace it.
Yeah.
Because I think our kids were kind of enthused about the idea at first until it started becoming real.
Yes. When they started talking to their friends about like moving
Right.
away, that's when I think it started to hit them like, wait,
Yeah.
hold up, it's a setup. You made it sound fun, but now I'm like, I don't know. So yeah.
We pretty much covered it all.
I think that's it. I think the only thing we wanted to talk about as it pertains to expenses was budgeting.
Yeah.
I think budgeting was a huge part of like deciding whether to go into this lifestyle for us, as we sat and we compared what we were spending currently in our sticks and bricks and what we would spend potentially, right? Because there's no way to like be exact on the money without actually experiencing and living
Right.
that lifestyle, what we would be spending RVing. And so, we came up with budgeting tools and different ways to make those calculations. And as we are on the road and as we're going through the first few months of RVing, we want to make sure we're tracking that information and tracking those expenses so that, we don't want to get in a situation where we're spending more, right, than we was spending in our sticks and bricks, or spending just, around the same amount and not having the opportunity to save and invest in the ways that we had planned on doing. And so we'll be sharing tools with you guys. And one of the tools that we wanted to share is one of our budgeting tools that we created and that we're using.
You could just go to the comments and you'll find a link down there to our website, Black on the Road TV /budget. And you can download that tool for free. There's an opt-in to opt into our email list so we can share more intimate update with you guys about how our life is going on the road. So we appreciate you for tuning in, and we hope if you're a family member or a friend watching this, you understand it's not the end of the road for us. Matter of fact, we'll argue it's the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you guys all for watching. We hope that you tune in. Don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. If you are a family that's on the road right now, please drop in the comments any tips or tricks that you have for us as we're starting out. If you're someone that's thinking about it and you have questions for us on like where we've gotten so far in the process, please leave that in the comments. We'll be checking those out and hoping to get answers to y'all relatively soon. So, yeah.
Awesome. All right, so bye guys.
Till next time.